Bench Events are the organisers and co-hosts of the Africa Hotel Investment Forum, or as we like to abbreviate it, AHIF. Bench Events currently work on and co-host 5 events annually, all focused on hotel investment across the EMEA region. Annually, we bring together just shy of 4,000 people. Our events provide the platform for the investors, the owners, the financiers, developers and operators to swap ideas, make new contacts, and to lay the foundations to do deals. We are proud to announce that our conferences are seen as for the industry, by the industry, and now perhaps we're even prouder to claim that we are leading the way in Africa. The Africa Hotel Investment Forum is currently in its 2nd year. The first year was hosted in Morocco last September. Our ambition is to grow this representation annually, and with the support of the KTDC, we aim to build stronger relationships with the East African countries in particular. 10% of our audience, you'll see here, was from the investor or owner category. They're looking to build a better understanding of the market and to meet the future operators, developers, and key stakeholders that will enable the creation of the financial deals that will fuel the hotel industry. To give you a little bit of perspective, we had representation from the majority of all the international brands, senior management teams and development teams. Just taking our sponsors alone, we had Accor, Corinthia Hotels, Marriott, Hilton Hotels, Hyatt, Intercontinental, Carlson Residor, and Starwood. It certainly makes for comforting reading when in our post-survey report, 85% of our audience rated the networking opportunities as either outstanding or very good. To give you some background, when I first set out on this journey, I faced a massive logistical question. How could we as an organisation produce one event a year that could cover such a varied and diverse country base? Africa, it seemed, was just almost too big an opportunity to cover in one sitting. It was clear from our customers' perspective, however, that this is what needed to be done. It is for this reason that this event will move around Africa as much as we can possibly do so, covering all corners from north, south, east and west to help build an African network. We felt very strongly that it was an important year to host this conference in sub-Saharan Africa so that we can continue this journey. And for this event to be hosted in Nairobi on just its 2nd outing is, I believe, a bold and strong statement of the intent by your leadership. East Africa as a whole is still a largely unknown quantity for our international customer. It remains, I'm sure as you most agree, largely untapped as an opportunity. However, it's obvious from the conversations that I've been having with our customer base that this is an exciting proposition. They tell me they are looking forward to familiarising themselves with the people and learning more about the potential of the market. One thing that the 2011 event showed us was that, unlike our conferences in more established markets like in Europe, the content of this agenda is very, very important. People came to learn not only about the local stakeholders, but also about how to do business within African countries. You may have recently seen that the Times newspaper held a CEO summit for Africa. I've used a quote on this slide. The message was very clear. There is still a considerable education process for the investor and the opportunity to build trust in the African brand is prevalent. The reality is that there are existing misconceptions that go some way to holding back investment, which in turn stifles development. Africa cannot be ignored today, however, and more success stories are emerging to build that confidence. There is more stability, better governance, and an exciting proposition of an explosion of a youth demographic that will define and shape Africa's potential in the coming years. I believe that this event will go a long way towards that education process. We aim not only to bring the industry together, but to break down some of the barriers for entry, dispel some of the myths, and perceptions that might be out there slowing things down. Above all, we aim to bring together the people that will make it happen, provide the platform for discussion, and the format to drive deals for the future, which is why you're all here. With this in mind, I wanted to use this opportunity to unveil our theme for the Africa Hotel Investment Forum 2012. We felt breaking new ground summed up the opportunity for Africa. It underlines both the opportunity, but also the need to start building, start doing things. It seems that this message is already being embraced by our customer base. Our sponsorship pool is growing weekly, as so too is the delegate numbers. We're thoroughly excited about the prospect of hosting this event here in September. It promises to be a wonderful occasion. A lot of credit of which has to go to Marianne Degward-Jordan and her team at the KTDC. Without their passion, drive and determination to host this event, then it may never have happened in the first place. Finally, before I go, I'd like to supply a vision for this event. With the right backing and the right support over the next couple of months, we're looking to combine this event with the development of a series of other events that will focus on profiling travel and investment within Africa. We would namely call it Celebrate Africa and host a series of events back to back. We're therefore hoping to use this opportunity to both lure the World Travel Awards here and develop a travel market for Kenya.
It is my honor to announce the coming to Kenya of the first ever Hotel Investment Conference Forum in Sub-Saharan Africa. As Matthew mentioned, the first happened in what we would not really call Sub-Saharan Africa, in Casablanca last year. So indeed, this is the very first of its kind in Sub-Saharan Africa. The Minister for Tourism has graciously agreed to be the patron of the Hotel Investment Forum, and I stand here to represent him. You know, we've just gone through a transition, and so I really am glad to be standing on behalf of the new minister who will continue being patron for this event. This unique event then brings together institutional investors, financiers, owners, and indeed the international brands to Africa. And it affords us a great opportunity to showcase what we have to offer. Now is the time for Africa to underline her long-term value and potential to these investors. I encourage you all to rally behind this great event, support it in whatever way you can, and let us all unite to demonstrate the value of investing in and developing our country, and indeed the entire continent. Last year, as Matt mentioned, nearly 300 delegates converged in Casablanca, Morocco for the inaugural Africa Hotel Investments Forum. The outcome of that great convergence there was to ably showcase the growing potential for new investments and provide exposure that will unlock the value we have for hotel investment. It is Kenya's turn in September this year, and we look forward to having a great show. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hotel Investment Forum does not only provide networking opportunities with the creme de la creme in the hotel industry, as well as an impressive lineup of renowned international and local speakers, but also will share best practice and experiences to move our industry forward. This is very much in line with our Kenyan Vision 2030, and tourism is indeed considered an important part. It's one of the 6 pillars in Vision 2030. Under that pillar, we have earmarked several cities, upcoming cities. You've been seeing advertisements about Konza City. It's an industrial city, but will have opportunity for hotel investment. There is Lamu, Isiolo, Kilifi, Diani, and Turkana. All new opportunities for hotel investments to be placed in, and where we're sure that there will be enough room to put up the very best that we have not seen before in this country. Indeed, I hasten to add, ladies and gentlemen, that I was privileged to speak in a panel in the International Hotel Investments Conference in Berlin with Matt and several others barely 2 weeks ago. And it is very exciting that during that meeting an announcement was made about the fact that for Kenya, about 5 international brands had signed contracts to put up hotels in this country. That is indeed great news. We're looking forward to making sure that that number grows tremendously in the days to come. With huge infrastructure investments such as the Lamu Port, South Sudan, Ethiopia corridor, LAPSET, which His Excellency the President, Honorable Mwai Kibaki, the President of South Sudan, President Salva Kiir, and the Prime Minister of the Federal Republic of Ethiopia, Meles Zenawi, inaugurated just not too long ago. It is very telling that the road to allowing the international brands to have their inroads or their foray into our country is just about to happen. And so the need for having those brands, therefore, cannot be overemphasized. And indeed, the engagement we have in September will be one such opportunity to have the intercourse between the investment opportunities and the investors themselves.